Good afternoon, everybody. I got home early from work today, so I am gonna mow the lawn. So I'm not able to get everywhere on our property with the riding lawnmower. So we have a push lawnmower that we use to get the rest of the property with. And then there's still a few spots that I need to use the weed eater in. So I'm gonna use the push mower now. It doesn't look too bad if I say so myself. All nice and mowed up. This beautiful purple plant is called a wisteria plant. They're kind of invasive here in the Pacific Northwest, so we have to kind of watch them. Make sure you trim any shoots that you see springing up and all that kind of stuff, because they will go anywhere. They like put shoots underneath the ground and pop up like, I don't know, 10 feet away from itself. So we just kind of have to watch it and keep it trimmed back. But it is a beautiful plant. I love it. It smells so good. And it usually blooms a couple times a year, at least in the Pacific Northwest anyway. But it just has beautiful purple blossoms. Very lovely plant. It is called a wisteria plant. It is such a beautiful day today. So we have this little patch in front of our house here that my mom loves to keep weeded. Right now we really don't have anything in it, but we have some borage. We have some fennel. We have I think it's called a salvia plant. I know butterflies like it. And we have some rosemary. I forget what it's called, but it's beautiful. Chives and lavender. And then I have like a calla lily plant back there. very beautiful in the spring and summertime. This was my dad's experimental strawberry bucket. So we filled this bucket full of dirt. This is to make sure water goes all the way down to the bottom plants. But we'd plant strawberry plants in those little holes. And it does work. I just need to put more dirt in it. So I got most of the lawn mowed. There's a few spots that I need to get with the weed eater. And there's a spot up by the garage I forgot. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the apple trees I pruned. They're doing very well. I didn't get any snapshots of when they are blossoming, but you can see the after effects of the blossoms here. I had a lot of blossoms on these trees this year, which I'm very happy about. Last year I didn't get any apples because I gave them a really hard prune. And this year I tried not to give them as much of a hard prune because I was wanting to try to get some apples going. And it looks like they're responding well to what I've been doing. So I'm excited for that. So this is our front of the house garden area, and we have these apple trees on the line here. This is our little garden pathway that goes up and around our garage. I should show you what my mom has been doing. My mom has been working hard and weeding our little garden bed area here. Normally we have a bunch of flowers and stuff we plant, but we've kind of been prioritizing our energy and our work where it's most needed since my dad passed away. And we're just kind of doing what's on our priority list first, and then the rest will follow as we get things caught up around the property. And a lot more easier for us to take care of because we're doing a lot of fixing and revamping and refiguring how we do things. Some more apple blossoms. So I'm excited this year for all the new growth and seeing what these trees are going to produce this year. Here's our blueberries coming along. Got some, this one's got a lot of blueberries on it. So does that one over there. But doesn't that look so nice, all mowed up? It makes me feel very happy. I'm very satisfied to see this. Look at all the blooms on this tree. Oh my word, it is loaded. Wow. I hope all of those turn into some apples. But anyway, I got pooped out today. And so I went in the house and kind of chilled because it was warm. So I chilled out in front of the AC. And then I cooked dinner. And then my grapes are coming along. Got some new growth. I don't know if these guys will produce this year because I gave them a big hard prune this year. So we'll see. They produced a little bit last year. But this year I pruned them back pretty good because I'm wanting to see if I'll get more production if I didn't have such a long grapevine. Because I drive past a couple wineries going to a couple of the jobs I work for, and they have really short main grapevines here, and I'm like, huh. And I'm just noticing and observing. So this year I did some big cuts and cut off my grapes pretty short. Got about 3-4 foot span here. And then I noticed they kind of focus on these new little shoots. They focus on training these to come off the top. And then they have wire kind of protecting them. And the grapes grow on these little shoots coming up. So I'm like, I'll try that and see if that works. So it'll probably be a couple year experiment, but we shall see what happens. If anything, they need to cut anyway because they were getting way too long for this thing, and I need to replace it eventually because it's pretty old. So they'll have to be cut back anyway to replace it. So this is at the beginning of our driveway, and I always like to come up here after I mowed the lawn because it makes me feel so good inside to just see like nice cut lawn in the entrance to our driveway. Makes it look so nice. So I'm gonna go down and do horses. They've been out since it's been sunny. They've been out 24/7, so it's really simple to go feed them. I just give them food and I check their water, make sure they're doing okay, and I call it a night. And then I'm probably gonna go in and get ready for bed because I am pooped out. I even slept in this morning. I slept until like 5:30 this morning, and then I'm still pooped out. On normal work days, I usually get up around 3:30. That's my winter hours because I have horse stalls in the winter, and it usually takes me about half hour to 45 minutes to do horse chores in the morning and the evening. In the summertime, I can sleep in a little bit longer because it takes less time because the horses are out. I just have to feed them and check their water and put fly masks on or fly spray them or whatever they need, and so it's more simpler. But anyway, the chores get easier in the summer because, number one, you're not fighting the cold. You don't have to wear uber amount of layers so you can actually move. I always feel like I can't move very much if I wear like thick layers of clothing. It's just like I can't move. I got my trolley full of hay here, so I'm gonna go feed the boys without spilling any of it, hopefully. I spill it every now and then. Going over the bumps. I think we're doing good. Alright, we're doing good. Okay. And the horses are hungry. They're coming over. So, yeah, I got pooped out. I mowed the lawn for 2 hours today after work. And I went a little bit grocery shopping after work today, actually, too. I did some errands in town. And I got home around 12:30. I started mowing the lawn like at 1:09. So I looked at the clock and I left the house. And I stopped mowing the lawn at like 3:15, 3:20. So I mowed the lawn for 2 hours today. I did about an hour on the riding lawnmower and I did an hour with the push mower. And all of a sudden I just started feeling real tired, so I went in the house. I chilled with the AC for a minute. I got the water bucket filling up. That's what's making the noise. I just chilled out, and then my cousin, she went and got a haircut with my mom today, so she stopped over for a bit, and then we chatted, and then about 4:30 I cooked some dinner, and by that time I'm like, I'm too tired to do any more work, so I just called it a day. So I'm out here doing barn chores now. Well, actually, I watched a TV show called Lost in Space, the old 1966 version one, black and white one. And, you know, surprisingly for an old movie, it's cheesy, but it's really good. It keeps your interest. And that's saying something for a sci-fi. Oop, getting the hay here. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you all seasick. But, yeah, so I watched an episode of that. Actually, like episode and a half, because I left off the night off of one episode. Some happy fed horses now. So this is kind of like a temporary pasture we have for them. It had grass in it, but it's all gone now. But down there is our big field that I let rest during the wintertime. And then in the springtime, it's normally not this dry. In May, this is May, middle of May. It's not usually this dry in the middle of May, so usually it's still pretty wet and muddy. I usually wait until it's pretty dry and let the grass grow, and then I let all the horses out in the big pasture for the summer, and they'll eat the grass. And I mean, it's not enough grass to last them, a month, but it's something. And so yeah, they're excited to go out in there. If it continues to be sunny, they will probably get to go out there sooner rather than later, which will be nice for them. It was a big work day, but much worth it. what I know is that even though I feel extremely tired after working so much, I feel extremely satisfied because, for one, you can see your work. Number two, it feels good to work. Number three, it makes me proud to actually know that I did that. I worked hard and I did that. It is such a beautiful evening tonight. Wow. God, you did good on tonight's sunset. That's amazing. It was like 80, I'm gonna say probably 82, 85 degrees today. I didn't look, but it felt hot and it's muggy because we had thunderstorms yesterday. I may or may not. But we had like rainstorm last night and like a really awesome thunder and lightning storm. It was cool. But it made everything really muggy today. Oh my goodness. It was so muggy. You could like see it. I was coming home from work. I was like driving in like a mist because all the moisture was evaporating because it was so hot. You could just see this mist like over everything. And it was cool. But it didn't feel cool to work in. It was hot and muggy and sticky. Tomorrow is supposed to be 90, so hopefully I'll get my work done in the morning instead of the afternoon because the afternoon is going to be hot. When you live on top of a hill, the afternoons get hot. In the morning and evening times are usually the best times to work. But I want to say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and God bless you guys, and bye. So I had to get a picture of this. My Fitbit says I've walked 19,275 steps today. That's a lot. No wonder I'm tired.